What do you actually want from your business? What is the vision that you have, and why do you have it? These are the questions I will be asking you in this podcast episode today, because a lot of my audience have been asking about having a roadmap to get their business where they want to get it to in the year 2025. I've got some stuff to say about that, but I am starting with why. Why have you got that vision? Well, actually, what is the vision and why do you have it? Welcome back to the No Rest for the Vivid podcast. Happy New Year. I know you've heard episodes from me this year already. We've had a great guest episode already in 2025, but I am here back in the flesh, recording in 2025, and I want to bring to you some tips and tricks of creating that vision, as well as the roadmap that is going to get you to that consistent revenue. Now, I have, and I will be talking about consistent 5K months over the next few weeks. Okay. I'm going to hands up that if that is the kind of money that you're not interested in, or you have heard about the toxicity around 5K months and you're wondering, look, 5K months is like a small fish to me. I really, really want to get beyond that. Then fine, this episode might not be for you. However, if you are looking to grow your business so it is sustainable, so it is effective, so it brings you joy as well as money, and so you are not overwhelmed. This is about balance, even though that's a shit word to describe it. Like, it does wind me up when people say balance, but have it in a, what was the word? Somebody said about business homeostasis. If you've got any biology background, you'll know that homeostasis is the how we describe our internal environment, so it is completely balanced and working fantastically. I want you to think about that, like the environment that you live inside of your business and yourself. How balanced is that? How well is it working together? And for us to reach those consistent months, whether it's 1K, 2K, 5K, 20K, 10K, whatever K, I want you to be thinking, where is there frustration in my business? Where is there something that is holding me back? What am I avoiding? What am I resisting? Where do I need to have some really difficult conversations so I can have an easier life in order to create a sustainable and effective business for me and my life? So though I am talking about 5K months and there is a monetary value there, I am not in a game of pushing into a world where all you do is fight for the money, you chase the money, it's all about the money, 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 without taking consideration into who you are and you being you. Okay, so off the bat, even though I talk about money and getting those revenues, this is about you, babe. Okay, my interest in your life and your business is you. That's what I'm here to do. This is what I am here to focus on, is making sure you make your dreams happen. That I help you in any way, shape or form to make the dreams that count, that are important to you, happen in a way that feels easeful, that feels beautifully done, that feels joyful, even when it feels incredibly challenging. Okay? That's my intention. That's my intention for the next few podcast episodes. This is my intention for how I support you in growing your business, whether you are listening to the podcast, whether you're in the Vivid Business Club membership, whether you're in the Dream Team, you want to be a client, whether you're doing the free stuff, whether you're going to buy the book when it comes out, all of that. My intention is for you to get to your dreams without overwhelm, without burnout, without sacrificing who you are in the process. I'm actually going to be amplifying the shit out of that. All right? With me? The first step towards that roadmap and creating that roadmap to the revenue that you want to create. And actually, before I even carry on, I'm fed up with talking about revenue, because revenue is completely vanity. It is not sanity. Let's start talking about profit. I'm actually going to skew everything. If I accidentally say revenue, I don't mean revenue. I'm talking about profit. What I will be talking about is creating £5,000 of profit in your business regularly. Okay? That's what I'm going to be talking about over the next few. But whether that's 5K revenue, like I've just said, if you just want £1,000 worth of profit, brilliant. All of the same principles apply. Let's just remember this, right? There is a difference to get you from 5K to 10K, questionably. You need to have more semi-passive income in there, or you are a service provider that is able to charge a lot of money, all right? But if you're not, you have to work where you can do semi-passive or passive or manufacturing. But still, it's about the profit that we need to focus on, not the revenue. All right. So it's going to be profit. So let me just go back. If where you want to start when creating your roadmap to, around whatever profit, £5,000 profit, we need to look at the vision. We need to look at your vision of why you want to get there, or what the vision looks like and why you want to get there. So where do you want to be? I want you to sit for a moment, wherever you are, if you can, unless you're walking, don't fall over. I want you to close your eyes for a moment. If you are walking, obviously don't. So I want you to, for a minute, just visualize what an extraordinary day in your life, running your business. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does that, what are you doing on that extraordinary day? I had one of these yesterday. I had an extraordinary day yesterday, and it made me realise how important it is for me to be in front of people, like physically. I love this online space. I love that I can talk to you, that my voice and my thoughts and my education and my knowledge can go straight into your ear holes and help you change your life and your business. I love that. But the energy of being in a room with people, energy of being in the room with the right people, let me say, amazing. So my extraordinary day, I had an extraordinary day yesterday. Now, for you, that might look like actually changing parts of your business. I had a client meeting today. I've got some new clients. I've got 4 new clients on my new 111-day Power Up. And I'm really proud of this new program, incredibly proud of this new program. And I would love it if you are interested in learning more, let me know and let's book a discovery call or connection call to find out if it's a fit for you. But the basic premise of it is over 111 days and 4 one-hour meetings with me with wraparound WhatsApp support, we will get you to achieving a goal in those 111 days, broken down into daily action. And my client today, she has big dreams. And actually, one of the conversations we had was about her not dreaming big enough. One of the goals that she spoke about, I said, I think you're playing it safe here. Isn't it wonderful for someone to be able to look at our business in a way that we can't, because we're too close. We're too close to what's going on. And actually zooming out and seeing the real big picture helps us to grow in so many ways. This is why nobody needs a coach, but do you want one? I got a new business coach yesterday, actually. That's a conversation for another episode. But when we were talking about her goals and she was playing it safe, we actually discovered through that question of what does an extraordinary day look like, we discovered that she was actually quite bored of her main income stream. Now, that's not that she doesn't love it. She does. And there is a fear of letting go of that main income stream in order for her to pivot and change. And one of the big things that we're going to work on over the next 111 days is building her personal brand. Because it's much easier to pivot and sell to the same people if you've got a large Instagram following or a medium or whatever size following, really. If you have a significant personal brand behind you. And it's the same as when I moved from doing Vivid Wire to the coaching. I brought people with me because they knew who I was. They already had loyalty. They already had trust in me. They already knew my vibe and, my energy. So for me to then move into the coaching world, it made sense to them in a way because I already knew where I was going. But that's because I was showing up on my Instagram stories. So when we had this conversation about what's your extraordinary day like? She said, I actually really want to help people. I want to bring more value to people's lives. I love my art. I want to bring more value. And from there, we've actually developed the goal of creating a new income stream where she will be teaching her craft in order to bring more value. And when we started to explore it, there is so much potential in this skill that she can develop. She's always wanted to be a teacher, so it feels very natural for her to start teaching. And with my support, because I've done it before, where I was teaching wire art classes through Vivid Wire and still do, because now I've got this passive income coming through from Etsy for it. It's very easy for me to support her to do that. Now, when we are asking ourselves what that extraordinary life looks like and building that vision, it may you may feel like you're questioning where you are right now. And there is that wonderful phrase, that wonderful quote, the person that got you to where you are is not going to get you to where you want to be. And some of that process is that you want to be looking at, I'm sorry, I'm distracted because my blind, I think, is going to pop off the wall, which is good, isn't it, when I'm recording? Now I've lost my train of thought. I tell you what, anybody who listens to this regularly, that was a good run. That was a good run of me talking properly, wasn't it? Let's have a little sip of coffee. What was I saying? If only you were here live. I think I was saying about extraordinary life, pivoting, vision. Yeah, so it may ask you to, you might have to ask yourself whether you're happy doing what you're currently doing in your business and then creating that roadmap for 2025 to 5K profit months. You are going to be in a situation where you've got to ask yourself some difficult questions, and difficult questions make for an easier life because of the resentment that you might be holding over an area of your business or the frustration. It's going to stop you from moving forward. So we had that conversation, and what came out of it was a beautiful vision for where she wants to be with her business. So that's what I want to ask you. What does your business look like? What does your life look like? What does an extraordinary version of that look like? And what are you doing with that? Does your business bring that to you for now? Okay. So once you've got that vision for 2025, and I know if you've been hanging around here for a while, I actually plan my business in September. I use the model that I developed, the third planning model, which I'm going to write a book about, by the way. It's my second book. But the third planning model, that's about starting in September and using the big academic year. So if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, we go from September to the end of December, like the old school terms. And then we go from beginning of January to the end of April, to beginning of May to the end of August. And we chunk the year into 3 big parts, thirds. So we have 4 months and we have a review period every 2 months in order to keep us on track. So I did all of my planning and my vision in September, but you may not be on the third planning model bandwagon yet. So if you're not, what does this year look like for you? And the reason why I use that model is because I am always full of cheese and feeling pretty sluggy. I feel like a massive slug right now. January, the darkness is really getting to me. I'm feeling still really, really tired because I think I should have been a bear in a previous life and should be hibernating. So my energy is not as maximum impact as it usually is. I'm pretty good though, because I'm having an epic time in my life and working really hard and I'm just loving life. But I've lost my train. Oh, that's it. So that's why I changed the third planning model on how I plan for my business, because right now I haven't got much energy for vision. I've already done it though, so that's good. But for you, it might be different. So what does that vision, what does your 2025 look like? Once you've got that and you've got that sat nav, like we say, the sat nav direction, where you want to get to is set, then the next stage is asking why you want to get there. Because if it's just for the money, it's going to be very difficult. I don't feel chasing money as that external validation. And I've said it before in other episodes. Having just a money goal to aim towards is difficult on the dark days, on the challenging days, because the money isn't there yet. You only measure your success on the money being there. Therefore, it's harder to hold the faith that you will get there. Now, I have goals for my money, and, you know, I'm really chasing, like, not really chasing, that's too dramatic. My goal, I would love, I'm going to be bold and say £20,000 of profit, not revenue, £20,000 of profit. And that's a big goal for me, but we've got to dream big. I think if I get there, the whole world will change. And I have the sustainability and the foundations in my business to get there. I completely believe that. And I don't actually feel that uncomfortable saying that out loud. So that's really cool. Because I feel like I've worked on that capacity. But the reason why I want to get there is because if I'm making £20,000 worth of profit, it means that my husband doesn't have to work anymore, that we will pay my house off. That's really important to me. I don't care what anyone says about paying your mortgage. People that say that it's not a good idea because of interest rate, blah, blah, blah. I want to earn my bricks. I want to own my bricks and mortar. I also want to work a lot more with Winston's Wish, the charity that gives hope to grieving children. And I want to be able to give more time as well to young carers and be able to potentially even invest in supporting them to go to university, scholarships, that kind of thing. Because there are children out there that were just like me who need a champion, and I want to help. I also have got another dream that I'm working towards, and there's another thing which I will share when it's necessary. That's why I'm chasing it. That's why I've got this vision. The money gives me that vision, but that's not why I'm getting there. So I want you to get really super clear on this extraordinary life. I want you to have those goals of what that extraordinary life looks like and why you want to be there, why you want to get there. And then the roadmap will start coming from there. Now, it might be that I don't get to 20k profit by the end of 2025 or by the end of August. But how much quicker could I have got? How much further would I get by having that big, audacious goal? And I want you to say that, like, playing it safe with goals actually keeps you playing small. I'm absolutely okay with not reaching that goal. But if I didn't set it, I'd be more regretful for what if I could get there? Okay. So in summary of this episode, I want you to think about your vision. What does an extraordinary day in your life and business look like? What are you doing? How do you feel? And then why do you want that to happen? What is the sole reason for that? And there is that exercise, the 5 whys. Go and look at it. I do actually believe I've got a podcast episode on it as well, which when I find it, I'll put it in the show notes. But let's go back to the root. Let's really connect to what our heart wants from this business and why we keep showing up. Because, my love, it is tough. Thank God you're tough too. But when it's really challenging, you need more than just money to hang on to. All right. Same. I'll be back. No, next week is a guest episode. And the week after I'll be back. But go and check out my Instagram. I am on Instagram a lot at the moment, delivering loads of value. And I have, go and check it out in the notes, my new roadmap to 5k checklist. The reason it is new, it is so simple now, and it relays to different podcast episodes from me and other entrepreneurs so that you can learn through the podcast and the checklist how to get to those 5k profit months. And I've got lots coming up in the next few weeks, so stay tuned. All right, have a wonderful day wherever you are. I really want to say, stay vivid. Yeah, maybe that's a new catchphrase, you never know. All right, have a wonderful day wherever you are. Speak to you soon. Thank you so much for listening to the No Rest for the Vivid podcast. Written, produced and hosted by Claire Hill, and music has been composed by my brother, Phil Vick.